Hello everyone, Randy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Missouri, Mississippi, Ohio River Basin map. Otherwise known as, I just call it the River Basin map for short. And continuing pretty much where we left off from last episode, continuing the sunflower harvest. And as I mentioned, these sunflowers seem really tall for some reason. I don't remember them being this tall before. But anyway, continuing the harvest here, everything is going, I would say, very smoothly. I don't think I've had any issues with courseplay at all here, really. Other than, you know, the empty in there the first time around, which I think we've seen that in the last episode. Once we got the pipes in the right position, everything's been going pretty good here. We're probably, what, halfway? Yeah, I'd say over halfway through the field here. See on the map. So, yes, really making good progress here. No, I just realized something. I forgot to turn on Combine Convoy here. And I restarted everybody. I better turn that back on here a moment. Just got everybody going here maybe a couple minutes before I started recording. So, yes, continuing to make really good progress here on the field. Everything, like I said, looking good. On the sunflowers here, also have the mowers going over here. Making good progress over here as well, I would say. Also continuing to pick up the grass. Got the 4640 here. Raking. And also, you know, tethering. It's basically rake and tether. Same thing there. And then the case here is picking up the hay. Also pretty much keeping up with the rake there, I would say. I think that's maybe just because the 4640 here is really struggling turning here. I don't know if it's the tractor or the rake that's causing this, but, oh well. It is working. It just, yeah, it's, yeah, looks really weird when it's happening. So, oh well. Anyway, this episode, I figured we'll maybe do a little work on feeding the cows. The cows do need some more grass. Is that, nah, that's not the truck I want. Did I not add the truck to the group switcher? That could be. Let's fix that here a moment. So yes, we got our Ford L9000. Go. So the cows do need a little more grass here yet. The mixing station there is pretty much just running, and we'll just kind of leave it to it. Try to keep it filled up as it needs. Let's see here. Oh, I am putting the hay in here, by the way. So the hay should be going in this silo here. So yeah, it's got almost 200,000 liters of hay in there. Again, using that silo because the big Art Mechanic silo that's over here only holds 500,000. Yes, I know, only 500,000. And for this map, that's just not big enough. I mean, not even a fraction of what we need. So, I don't quite understand what the mod author was thinking when they only put it to 500,000. But, oh well, it is what it is. We're not using it. Well, we did use it. We got grass in here. But then, yeah, kind of when I realized, hey, it only holds 500,000. Like, yeah, this is not going to work out so well. So, like I said, the cows need some grass here. Not sure. Maybe, yeah, probably about 2 loads. Maybe we'll do it 3 loads. Also, hired workers still going out on field 19 there, cultivating. Maybe, yeah, a good third of the way done there. Field 24 is waiting to be harvested there as well. That is corn, right? Yes, that was corn. So, waiting to harvest corn there yet. And we got a field, what is that? Sorghum. Thought I planted something else. Where did I plant? 30. Oh, yes, 30. 30 has Sudan grass. So still want to do black beans, cotton, tobacco, peanuts. I don't know what corn 2 is. I don't know. Corn 2. And then we got rice yet. So we're just going to kind of work our way through all the available multi-fruit crop types here on the map. And just, you know, one by one do them. Sudan grass per the combine header in the shop is harvestable with the draper head. So we'll see if that's the case or not, but that's what it says. Oh yeah, and this trailer appears through the roof, doesn't it? That's right. There it is. Just barely. How'd that do for the grass here? Yeah, like I said, at least another load, maybe 2 more. And if you like, glance over there at Glance Mod, we got a lot of equipment running here at the moment, so everything seems to be going quite smoothly. We got, what, 4 combines, 2 tractors running the grain cart, and 1 truck. So that's, what, 7 pieces of equipment working over there on, what number of field is that? I can't even see, 30-something. And then we got 2 mowers, 1 rake, and 1 loading tractor. So 4 pieces of equipment working on field 28 there for the grass. And then just 1 oddball hired worker. Probably should get some planters headed out that way. And once we get some more money here, we'll definitely be upgrading some equipment, or adding to it, maybe I should say, really. Thinking, you know, probably another 2 combines, and definitely some more planting and plowing and cultivating equipment would be nice. I.e., bigger tractors, more tractors. And I know when we started this map, we had a lot of people complaining we were starting too big. Well, hopefully now that we've played on this map here a little bit, you're getting an understanding of why we started so big. Whoa, look out. Oh, that's right. He's turning in here. We're fine. But, yeah, very, very good reason why we're starting with this much equipment and, you know, this big of a scale. And, you know, we're only working, what, a couple of the fields? I'm assuming we'll give me 1 more load of grass. Yeah, 1 more load of grass. You know, we're not working all the fields yet. I'm kind of avoiding the fields that are odd shaped, you know, like 62 and 61 down here. I'm assuming these are 1 field, by the way. You know, the 61 all the way across. The same thing with 62. Again, just kind of avoiding that odd shape there. It's like, oh boy, really? So yeah, just sticking with kind of the square fields. We do have field 18 up here yet. That is a big field. We do own all the fields, or almost all the fields. 1 field I would like to get yet is field 1. Speaking of field 1, how much is field 1? 2.3 million, so not cheap, but that is 1 field I wouldn't mind buying yet. Let's see when we got the money. The sunflowers looks like they should pay really good. They're like $2,000 a liter. Hopefully we'll make a pretty good money off the sunflowers. And the cows should make some pretty good money, too, once we get them all fed. And next time around as well, when we do grass, I'll probably put the grass right in the same storage silo here, right across from us here. Oh, that actually took that all yet. Ooh, might be 1 more load yet. Let's do 1 more load. And like I mentioned, might look in the future setting this up with courseplay. We might just do that. For the time being, though, using this silo, I'm just going to manually unload it, and we'll see once we start using the other silo there. Let's see, anything else need doing here? All the fields fertilized. 25 can be fertilized again. What is on 25? Absolutely nothing. Okay, then. Well, I should get some tractors over there to start planting. We'll do that here right after we unload the grass here. It's really nice when courseplay works as it should there. Kind of like a well-oiled clock there over on field 31. That combine convoy option, I think, is really going to help with the problems that we had before. It's going to keep the combines spread out. You know, for those who watch the channel for a while, you've seen us do this many, many times, run multiple combines. The issue has always been in the past. At some point, the combines tend to bunch up, and when that happens, and wow, the cows took all that grass again. Really? They're pretty much full, I guess. Let's throw a load of straw in there a moment, too, while we're at it. But yeah, the combines would eventually bunch up, and when that happens, you know, you couldn't unload them, and Quartzplay just, yeah, got all kinds of screwed up. 2.8 million liters of straw, yeah, that should be enough. Should be enough. Dog's chasing the cat again. Mixing station's pretty much full yet, so I guess we haven't made that much mixed rations so far. Well, there is, what, 61,000 in there so far. So I'm doing pretty good, but it might take a while to catch up here, I think. Okay, we'll just park that there for the moment. Like I said, it's pretty much full yet, especially the silage. We'll probably put a little bit of grass and straw in here, but not a full load's worth, so. Also, I'm still not entirely sure, you know, it says cleanliness, 0%. I have no clue where to clean the cows at. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time, you know, looking around. There's obviously quite a few places in this pasture, but, again, no idea where you clean them at, so, oh well. There's no mess in the barn here. I guess I can't get through there. Well, I could if I open it, I suppose. But, yeah, no mess in the barn here that I know of. So, yeah, don't really know how or where to clean the cows at. So, oh well, that's unfortunate. Probably another one of the little bugs on this map. There definitely seems to be a lot of those. Oh, 8 hours in traffic. Oh, they're just waiting for the truck. Okay. And the truck is just sitting here. Okay. Don't know why that was. He didn't fully unload either. Weird. Not sure what's up with that. Okay. Well, whatever, I guess. We'll just have to keep an eye on that. Big Bud, 450. We'll put you in. Follow me. Let's bump that up. Oh, that's the wrong way. How about 30? Why am I looking this way out the window? Oh, well, whatever. Okay, let's head out to fields 25, and we'll probably move 1 to 19 there as well. And this is the Ford FW60. It is in the mod list here, by the way. So for those who'd like to get this tractor, you can find it in the mod list. Thanks there to Jeffrey for getting the link there for me. He is the one that found this tractor, so that's where it came from. So it is in the mod list now. Where is the Big Bud? Big Bud moving? He is moving. He must be quite a ways behind. Wait a moment for him to catch up here. No, he's coming over the hill. Big Bud's slower. Big Bud must be a little slower. Probably what it is. Oh, of course, Plan. I was just telling you how good you were working, and now you're in traffic. Probably because the grain carts are bunched up there. Big Bud's still following us? Yeah, that's a little better. Let's see, what shall we plant? Sudan you're at? No, we did that. Black beans. We'll put you on black beans. And let's read some comments here in a moment. Tyler was saying half the snow has melted by me. It's probably about the same where I live here as well. It's been warm the last few days, and we're supposed to have one more warm day yet as well. Okay, we're going to stop the Big Bud because I'm going to have the Big Bud go the opposite direction here. Jason was saying I'm from Michigan as well. Nice. Jeffrey was saying, all this talk about food is making me hungry. You got to stop this. Yeah, I guess we were discussing some food there last episode there on the multiplayer episode. And again, like I mentioned for the multiplayer episodes, last episode on aggravation there was the last episode on aggravation. So the aggravation series is done. And then at least for the time being, for the multiplayer episodes, I'm just going to be doing Valley of the Old Farm. So it'll be, again, 5 days a week. It'll probably be this map here, River Basin. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the regular time, it'll be the Valley of the Old Farm multiplayer. So the multiplayer servers will still be up and we'll still be playing on them. There seemed to be some confusion about that I was shutting down server 2. No. We'll still be playing on them. It's just I won't be recording on it on server 2 like I typically do. It'll just be Valley of the Old Farm for multiplayer. We'll go ahead and hire a worker here. And this should give us 3 levels of fertilization here because this will fertilize as well. Perfect. Okay, what's going on over here? Let's solve this here. Yes. Might have to create some new courses here once we get some bigger grain carts. Problem here is this is going to only empty 1. Pretty sure this grain cart here will fill this truck, so... Jordan was saying, not normally a fan of live streams, but RDL makes it quite interesting. Well, thank you very much for that. Keaton was saying you should do Wood Meadow Farms. And like I mentioned, looking for some new maps there for aggravation. Got a couple of suggestions here so far. Oh, is there room in the truck yet? Oh, there is a little bit. Okay, nice. That grain cart must not have been quite full then, I don't think. Oh, back to the big bud here then. Let's get you going the other way. Ryan was saying, I noticed in the mod hub, there is a Massey Ferguson 135 and a 240. He might be good for your old iron server. Might have to check that out. I think I've heard those are pretty poor at being able to pull stuff, though. They don't have enough horsepower, really. They're underpowered. And, I mean, technically, a Massey Ferguson 135, what, maybe 30, 35 horsepower at the most? So, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Not a very high horsepower tractor there. You can still probably pull an 8 or 10 foot disc with it, though, depending on the ground. And a 2 to 3 bottom plow. Again, depending on the ground. Okay, and for you, we're going to set you on... We'll do you on peanuts. And just before we do this, make sure we can harvest peanuts here. What header is going to harvest peanuts? That might be peanuts there. Kind of looks like peanuts a little bit, sort of. Not really, but just double check. I mean, that is, I think that's black beans next to it there, so that would kind of make sense. Then peanuts. And that'd be rice there. Oh, yeah, cotton. So black beans, peanuts, cotton, and rice. There is some Homer here stuff that might do peanuts. Yeah, this one does peanuts. I don't know if that works with the peanuts that are in this this map, though. That might be the only question, so... I'm guessing, again, like I said, these are different peanuts, so probably not harvestable with that. Oh, you know what? And I have to fertilize those first, actually, I think. Let me just pull you over here for the moment. And I believe the 7 hours hooked up to the fertilizer. Okay, maybe not. Who do I have fertilizing up here then? Oh, I got the sprayer up here. Okay, that'll work. We'll get him hired here, and he can start spraying. Probably going to catch up with the cultivator at some point. Cultivator's not that far ahead. Actually, he's made pretty good progress here in this episode, so might not. Actually, probably will, because the sprayer does go a little bit faster now. For those of you wondering how to make your sprayer faster, I did release a video on that, so you can check out my how-to section of videos there. Fairly simple fix, changing the working speed on the sprayer here. So now instead of the bloody awful 7 miles per hour, it goes 18 miles an hour. Much, much better if you ask me. Might be a little fast there for being realistic, but it is far, far more realistic than the 7 miles an hour. So, and like I mentioned, I still don't understand why Giants has that at 7 miles an hour. All their self-propelled sprayers, actually all the sprayers, period. All the sprayers, period, 7 miles per hour. I don't understand that. Maybe for the ones you pull behind the tractor, yes, that might be somewhat reasonable speed, but for these self-propelled ones, absolutely not. And so far, I don't think I've actually ever gotten an answer from anybody as to why they do that. I don't know if anybody knows why they're at 7 miles per hour, but I don't think anybody's actually ever answered that question, so kind of curious. Anyway, back to Big Bud here. Almost to the end of the field here. Have to wait a moment here, and he'll turn around, and we can start hired worker here. Bryce was saying you should play Texas again. I don't think so. I think we want to play on a new map. We've already done Texas, and technically we've done Texas kind of, sort of twice. We started on Texas. I forget. I think we went to Pleasant Valley, and then we ended up going back to Texas. So, and we're saying the Iowa map. Might have to check the Iowa map out. I had a lot of people suggest that one, so that's definitely a possibility. Looks like I remember there might have been some issues with that map, though. We'll have to go back and look. Okay, peanuts, here we go. Okay, maybe not. Why did you stop? Seriously? I'm gonna keep an eye on this hired worker here a moment. Joe was saying oat field should be a lineup perfect for your switch there for the next map. Also saying a 1060 is a weird recommendation for sure. 1070 maybe. If anything, you should get a 1080. He says then again, you could also get a 980 Ti from a reputable seller. Probably the best bang for your buck. Okay, so yes, I do quite often get asked what would I recommend for a computer. And as I always say, and I should say minimum. I really should say that. A minimum of a 1060. And I think that's actually what I usually say is a minimum of a 1060. So that is typically my recommendation. Would I recommend a 1070? Absolutely, if you can afford it. Would I recommend a 1080? Absolutely, if you can afford it. 1070 Ti or 1080 Ti? Again, absolutely, if you can afford it. I typically, well, again, what I say is I just say 1060 as the minimum for a graphics card. As far as the 980 Ti, just my personal opinion, I would actually not go that route. You're buying used. Issue with used, the 980 Ti is a little bit newer. You're probably okay with it. You just got to be careful with the used stuff. You can get burned really badly really quickly buying used hardware. So that's my only my 2 cents there. So yeah, so you can buy used hardware. Just be careful with it. Be careful where you get it from. You know, and especially a 980 Ti. If somebody's getting rid of a 980 Ti, they might be upgrading, but there might also be something wrong with it. Blue Fleet was saying you need to hurry up and change the map on aggravation. Michael was saying, do you have that one humongous case seeder? No, the biggest one I have here I think is the 15-meter one. I do have the John Deere 22-meter one. And then, of course, we got the Big Bud. I think the Big Bud is the biggest one I actually have. Of course, there's Big Bud. Case one we have currently. And then the John Deere 22-meter. So, yeah, I believe that's the biggest seed drill we have. We, of course, have larger row crop seeders. That's a John Deere DB120 there. That's a row crop seeder. A very poorly done row crop seeder, but it is a row crop seeder. Actually, the model itself is really nicely done. It's just got some nonsense on it here that it shouldn't have, like potatoes and... Why is potatoes listed there? That is weird. It's got, yeah, I can plant poplars too. I think that's what that is. That looks like poplars. Seriously? Yeah, that seeder's going to need some help, but oh well. We'll have to fix that sometime. Oh, Field 31 is almost done. Not too far away anyway. This combine's probably on its last pass, actually, I bet. Famous was saying, where do you sell straw bales on aggravation? There is no bale sell point on aggravation. So the answer would be, there isn't one. Mike was saying, cool video. Thank you very much for that. Farming Simulator Squad was saying, nice video. Thank you very much for that. Donald was saying on Valley Go Farm, I think I remember from your last series that you cannot feed animals grass during the winter. No, I don't believe you can. So, again, that's why we're trying to get some hay on the server there. We can feed the animals during the winter. That's something to keep in mind with the Seasons mod. With the Seasons mod, it really changes up a lot of things. Definitely a good learning curve there. But I'm definitely liking the Seasons mod so far. I know some of you have said you don't, but I definitely am. Definitely adds a new aspect to the game. And like I said, it's definitely a learning curve. Also almost done a mowing here. So we're definitely getting really behind here on picking the grass up. I don't know why that is, but the rake here is actually almost as wide as the mowers, so I guess are they going that much slower? Going 14 mile an hour. And we're raking at 14 mile an hour. Okay. So we're raking at the same speed. I guess it just must be the turns that are killing this tractor here. He's definitely ahead of the loading wagon yet. That's good at least. As long as he stays ahead of the loading wagon, we're good. Although technically I could throw a second loading wagon on it, so yeah. Got the Challenger with a loading wagon on it as well. Speaking of Challenger, looks like he needs a bath, but oh well. Anyway, mixing station probably hasn't done that much yet. Nope. Belt seems... Oh, there went some mixed rations right there. Seems to be working good on the belt here. So that's good. Kind of keep an eye on this, and hopefully this will stay put. It doesn't actually slide around. Been one of the issues I've always had with these long belts here. I feel like they like to slide around, at least when they're connected to other belts. Maybe when it's just by itself, it might be okay, but we'll see once. Anyway, looking at the time, looks like it's about time to wrap up the episode. So that, if folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.